Ducks here again. Did a video. I watched the videos I've done on that rear brake drum of the Toyota, and not entirely happy with it. So today I'm going to strip the same wheel and strip the hub off and show you where that bent bracket was, and yeah, and just show you the strip side of things. So let's get into it. Just bear with me. Gonna try a different setting. I've already backed the nuts off, so I won't bore you with that. The only thing I'll bore you with taking these off, when you put the wheels on, make, you know, if you have got a torque wrench, use it on the wheel nuts. I used to just do them by hand, and as I got stronger in my life, I'd start smashing them off. So it pays to do them up with a torque wrench. So to get into this, to loosen, I just drop my handbrake off. Same thing again. We're just going to go straight in here, pull this clip off. Drop the pin out. And that makes sure that there's no load from the handbrake. Then we pull which I've already done, see how fast my hands work, pull the bung off the back. And then we're looking for the releaser on the back, which I'll show you on the front when we get it off. And it's just a feel thing. It's like a bouncy spring. I'm using this tool here. Sort of got a point in it and bites it, so it doesn't slip off it all the time. And then we drop this one in, and we're going to reverse the tension off the shoes. And then that should allow. I've just had this drum off. Okay, so I just give that a couple more turns just to make sure it breathes up. I really like this tool. It's got quite a wide mouth for doing the adjusters, so you don't have to be particularly accurate when you're getting onto it. And then it's got a slight curve that always helps it bring it into the middle. Right, so if I was trying to get this drum off and I hadn't been off, there's these little self-tapping threads in the drum itself, right? And usually you've got to put a tap in to clean them, and you simply wind these in. like so. You see, and then you'd get a spanner and you'd wind this in, and that will push the brake drum off. Okay, and that if it sticks, quite often they freeze in here. Sometimes you've got to use the gas torch just to warm them, but if it's frozen on here and you use these too much, you will crack the brake drum getting it off. So but quite often you will need a tap, an 8mm tap, to clean out the threads. Okay, because there's only two have got threads. Okay, take that off, and you can see that little bit of anti-seize there has done its job. Put the brake drum down so no crap can get into it. So it's just a couple of things I want to show you. Let me see if I can, yeah, okay. Try and do this so you can actually see what's happening. Okay, I think you can there. Right. So I was showing you, I push the release lever. So this piece here is the release lever. It stops this nut here, the adjustment nut, going backwards, right? So in order to get your brakes to go off, you got to put your pusher right through the back of the back plate, and you got to push that off, see? Right? And then you go in the back, and you can see when I go in the back now, I will just see, and that's back. Swap my hands and then I might be in the shot. See? And that just and then as soon as that snaps off like it did, it locks onto that nut and stops it from spinning. Okay? So that wasn't particularly clear. So and then when you come to do it up, you just put your tool in and it'll make this noise, see? See? And if it's going that ding ding ding, you're on the money. You're on the money as it's going up. The main thing that I pulled this apart today is that I wanted to show you what the morons, or I try not to, but just people that don't know what they're doing. So the sun is actually biting us really bad, so I don't know if I can So what I'm trying to show you is this thing, this plate here. Man, it's just bear with me. It's quite hard to try and right, I just gotta pause it and try and get something, sort something. Right, I think we're all in again. So what I was trying to show you the other day is, and I didn't film it, is somebody couldn't get the brakes in, right? Because they didn't know how to do it. So that tab there, they put a crescent on it and bent it out 90 degrees. It was sticking out this far, and I would presume just get this shoe in because they couldn't get it in, which is why the whole thing started. And I thought, Jesus, I'd just do a video and then get this information out so they know how to get them apart. Today while I'm pulling it apart is to check that this plate is not faulty, right? No cracks in it, and that the shoe is still in its place. We haven't used up too much time, so let's see if we can do what I was trying to show you the other day. As usual, some of these things I'm just trying to do it a bit fast. Anyway, chuck this shoe back on, tuck the pad on. We're just got to go and get those nuts. Right. It's probably good enough. I was going to try and use the zoom in, but right, chuck those on there. Just give them a nut. I've got the hammer now. Damn it. Right, this time. It's a simple case. Go in here. And we're going the other way now. I'm going to roll it down. Oh, up, brother, what am I talking about? Down. It's up. Get it in the hole. If I had hair around it, I'd be in there like a flash. You can hear it. Crank it up. You can feel it when it loads up, stops, it's bang, and that vibrates the shoes. So if one's low or one's high, it'll sort of bounce and centralise itself. Okay, but because they've already centralised from having them on. I don't need to do it much. Okay, they're already centralised, so now that it's locked on and I can't move it, it's a simple case of putting that in the back again, finding that release lever, pushing it off, and do a couple of back winds. Okay, still sticking a bit much, do it again. Okay, still a bit much. We just want it to turn freely. They shouldn't be biting. If they're biting like that and you get on a brake machine, they'll just fail it. Okay, it's got to turn like that. And you can hear that those shoes are just skimming. That's just right on the money. Okay, and then it's a simple case of putting the spring and the clip back onto this. Just I put them in from the back, make it a bit easier. Just put the pin in on one side, so on one side of that, and then the spring washer, which is a curved washer to take the rattle out. You just slide it in there and it should just pop through. A simple case of just putting a little clip back in. And bada bing, bada boom, all done. Take our nuts off. And I'm ready now to chuck that wheel back on. And just check after you put the brake cable back on, just check that it's still running nice. If it's not, it's a symptom that cable is too tight. Okay, if that locked now, if it wouldn't turn, I would know that there's something wrong with the handbrake, and probably that the handbrake cable was not releasing properly or something. All right, this is probably going to be the last one on the Hilux. Hopefully I have a better run with it. Like all these old vehicles, when they've been off the road, there's always these little bumps in the road you got to get worked through. I think this truck was parked up 3 years or something. It's been parked up for a while, so just working through the problems. And as I showed you, some of the stuff that some of the stuff what these people do, man, it's just like, yeah, I just, and the really disturbing thing about this, the really disturbing thing about it is that some of the mistakes I've found in these things are coming out of, workshops, what are getting paid to do this work. So I can't, all I can tell you is the guy who owned this truck, I rang him up and I said to him, because I could see on the paperwork that the cam belt had not long been done, but he'd blown the engine up. But what had happened when they'd done the cam belt, they hadn't replaced the seals on the cam shaft or on the crankshaft, and it was leaking so much oil out of those two seals
that he ran it out of oil and then blew the engine up. Now, to replace both of those seals should have only taken an extra, look, absolute tops, an extra hour, and the seals themselves were probably 20, both of them together, probably 25, 30 bucks. So you just really, when you, if you're in this position and you're getting your cam belt done on your, especially on Hiluxes, Toyotas, especially these models with a 3L, make sure you say to them you want a new water pump and you want a new crank seal and you want a new cam seal, right? And you want to see the old parts when you put the vehicle up, okay? Right? And that's standard procedure. It's on these, because I've had these engines come in and the water pump's gone straight after they've done the cam belt, and to get to the water pump you got, it's so far, and it's like doing the cam belt job. It's right there when you're doing the cam belt. Anyway, waffling on. Alright, I hope you boys and girls are having a great life, and go Ukraine! Whatever you do, don't like this video.